So we just warm up the hands, rubbing the hands together, bringing the energy towards the hands, and then gentle touch on the feet. Here you can close your eyes and you say a little prayer or intention for your partner and their good health. Taking your time, and when you're ready, just make sure that their legs are released. So finding the correct alignment with the heel and the sits bones. You want the heel to be in line with the sits bones. From here, we're going to warm up the feet by rocking forward. So you rock forward, so your shoulders are on top of your elbow, or on top of your elbows and your wrists, and slightly softer as you come to the extremities, remembering that the most weight can be put on the heel. Okay, so really allowing here your elbows to pour your body weight through your wrist, through their heel, nice and long in your own spine, and releasing out of that. And let's go straight into walking up the leg here. Okay, palm walking up the leg, left and right. Okay, and we're going to walk back down again here, and then back up. Making sure you never touch the bone. Okay, and you're on the big chunky muscle there, that's the calf. Fingers are relaxed and soft. From here I want to get a little forward, so I bring my leg around, and I cup her knees, and I circle 3 times outwards. Nice and gently there, not too much pressure. And then fingers on the outside, thumbs closed, touching the fingers. I'm going to continue walking up the leg. Okay. And back down, I'm just walking up and down the leg here. And then here, I want to find where the pulse is, where I can feel the pulse. I use my fingers here to feel the pulse. And then I place my fingers on the outside, and I press my hips forward very gently, bringing my weight to the palms, okay, so I can feel my pulse in my palms. But I don't need to hold it for too long, just a little while, and then I rock back, and I palm walk back down. So remembering here, you're really using your weight. This isn't muscular force from the masseuse. Circling the knee inwards, and then bringing your leg back as you fingers on the outside of the leg as you walk down the calf again, finding the heel, making sure never to press the ankle bone that's sticking out there, but always on the heel, close to the mat. Okay, and from there we're ready to work the feet. So we've just warmed up the legs and the feet here. Okay? Still ready to work the feet. We're just going to warm it up a little more by rocking gently. I like to rock side to side here just to give a little difference and change in my own body. I walk side to side, but if you prefer, you can also do the same thing we were doing before, which would be to rock forward and back. Okay? Remembering always, never put pressure on the toes. Okay? You always want to stay inside the toes. Alright? So once I've done that, I'm ready to work the feet. Now, if some people find it uncomfortable to sit like that, at this point, since we're going to be staying in this position for a while, you can readjust your posture. Some people like to sit with one leg open or both legs open, and you can have something on your buttocks like a pillow, or cross-legged. Okay? I'll just do cross-legged for some change. Here, I'm going to have my elbows locked, and then press forward in the center of the heel, and then I work up the energy lines of the feet. As I come to the cushion part of the foot, I circle outwards, reaching in the toe, big toe, pulling outwards, traction, squeeze the tip, and release. And then back again to the center of the heel, the point at the center of the heel. The energy lines here on the foot, you can go quite deep in there. It's good. It's a good reflexology. So don't be afraid of putting pressures out there. And remembering that the lines run from the toes. So You're trying to trace an imaginary line from each toe, working your way from the big toe out towards the little toe. And all the way. It's nice to pull the toes out a little bit as well, so you help release the joints there. And once you get to the little toe, give it a little squeeze at the tip, and then you're ready to continue. So I need to be a different position to rock, so I come to kneeling again here. And I pull down the feet. So I've warmed them up and now I'm pulling down. Same thing, exactly. Less pressure at the extremity, a little more here as I get closer to the heel, and then I can give really a lot of weight on the heel there. Even move my knees backwards to give more weight pouring down into the heel. Okay. From there, I turn the feet inward. A nice technique to do that is just to cup the heels, okay, and turn them parallel. So I move my knees out of the way here, and I make sure that her feet are pointing towards the ceiling, and that her feet are in line with her hip bone. So that would be too wide, and that would be too close. You can see that that's a nice parallel position for her, the heel in line with the sit bone. Okay, and this is quite nice to just hold the weight from her here, let her feel her legs suspended. It helps to release the lower back. And I like to add a little traction here, just to increase it to go forward. And the little trick that I use here is press my pelvis forward. So if I left my pelvis back, I would crunch in my lower back, which I don't want, so press it forward. Okay? Just a little trick. Alright, and then I'm ready to work the backs of the legs. So, because we have a ballet dancer here, she's turned out. So what we want to do is very good to encourage her to release. I'm going to bring my own knees on the outside of her feet. That way she doesn't need to hold herself in her hips to keep her legs parallel. And I get to work the dorsal part of the foot, the back of the foot. Okay? So, in order to warm up the foot, I begin by being a little further away, and it's the soft, hard, soft technique. Fingers on the outside, thumb can either be next to the fingers or wrapped around, wherever is more comfortable for you. Very important that the leg is straight, heel in line with the sit bones. Softly point the toes, and then release back down. A little harder the second time. So you're pulling the feet towards you slightly, and then softer, making sure you're not pressing down towards the earth, but it's like pull towards you as you lift your sit bones. Soft, hard, soft. And then you press the feet into a flexed position, fingers on the outside, the palm on the ball of the foot, and it's the same thing, flexing the feet. And you can see soft, hard, soft here, and it's rocking her head because she's released in her spine. Okay? And then you bring your knees to the outside of her feet, ready to work the back of the foot. With your thumbs, you press the dimple of the foot here. So remember, it's the part that's between where the foot meets the tibia. Okay? And it's a little indent. If you're not sure where it is, you can fetch the foot, and you can see it. It's between these two sticking out parts. Okay? So with your thumb, the same thing here. Locked in the elbows, very important, locked in the elbows. You press the middle point, and then here you use your thumb and your fingers to circle the dorsal energy lines on the back of the foot. Okay, thumb and fingers. And once you reach the toe, you're circling, you pull out, you're leaning back, and you squeeze the tip to pull. So I'm doing this motion with my fingers behind her foot. These fingers underneath are working too. Same thing here. I press the center point, and remember that the energy lines are between the toes here. Using the thumb you can get quite detailed if you're working with someone your size. The thumb allows you to get quite detailed about way of pressing. And here again, remember, using your whole body, rocking forward and back. So you're not doing tiny circles, looking at it, you know, you're really using your whole body, rocking forward and back as you're circling with your fingers down your foot. All the way to the little toe, which normally feels quite delicious to use now. And we squeeze the tail. And then we need to cool down the feet again after we've worked it. So we scooch back and fingers on the outside as we soft, slightly harder, and soft, and then flex, soft,